What's next? I'll tell you what's next.
Oh, I'm sure you will.
Don't ask, don't tell. For the last couple of days, Lady Gaga's been running around saying soldiers have rights to say they're gay. Soldiers have rights to say they're gay. As much as I hate Lady Gaga, I tend to agree. Soldiers do have rights to say they're gay. What's the freaking difference? It's not like we're trying to keep gays out of the military. They're already in the military. Gays are already showering next to straight soldiers. Gays are already freaking sleeping next to straight soldiers. Do you think the straight soldiers don't know who the gay soldiers are right now? No, they know. They don't care. You wanna know why? They're too busy trying to stay alive to worry about this freaking nonsense.
Yeah.
My question is, why do the gay soldiers care? I mean, what do they want? Do they want the right to wear flowers in their hair and freaking comment? Do they want to make sure that the army can't tell them not to match their freaking panties to their socks?
No. They want the right to not get kicked out of the military because it is known that they are gay. It's not like they want to come in and gayify the military. Okay, everybody. We're here, we're queer, and we're gonna make this place fabulous. We demand that there is a gay pride parade through the streets of Baghdad today. And you'd better be supplying us with our own bedazzlers because I sure as hell didn't bring mine. Now, how do you shoot this thing?
I mean, gays haven't made in the military. They don't like what's going on. All they have to do is raise their hand and say they're gay. They get to go home. You think a straight soldier gets to do this? A straight soldier, hanging out in the freaking Afghan desert, sweating his freaking balls off, fighting an enemy he can barely identify, under rules of engagement that he knows one day will probably get him killed. You think he can say, I'm sick of this, I want to go home and have sex with my girlfriend? His commanding officer is going to tell him to put his face down in the freaking sand before he gets it shut off.
First of all, couldn't straight soldiers also use it as a way to get out of the military instantly? They could just lie and say, I'm gay. I mean, is there something wrong with my thinking there? Just a thought. Secondly, that's a little bit unfair, suggesting that gay soldiers are using their sexuality as some kind of get out of jail free card. Now, I'm not saying that that hasn't happened. It probably has at some point. But most gay soldiers don't see their gayness as a ticket home.
I mean, I have all the respect in the world. If you want to pick up a freaking weapon and fight for this country, that's great. When you're done fighting, I'm not going to ask you who you're going home to sleep with, because I don't care.
Well, okay, maybe you don't. Although I do find that kind of hard to believe. I mean, if you were in a group of soldiers who were living together and working together, I highly doubt that you wouldn't try and get to know them. Ask them about their childhood, their friends, their family, their interests, their relationships. And unless you consider it reasonable to expect gay soldiers to lie about that particular part of their lives, they're gonna get kicked out. It's completely unreasonable to expect soldiers not to talk about sex and relationships. Ever. And straight soldiers can and do it. Gay soldiers can't. Plus, even if you don't care, which again I find hard to believe, don't ask, don't tell is still a policy that is highly abused. For instance, we've got the story of Mike Olney, a United States Air Force officer who had his private emails searched and was consequently fired under Don't Ask, Don't Tell. That is not what's supposed to happen under Don't Ask, Don't Tell. He didn't tell anyone about his sexuality. Someone went through his private email and using Don't Ask, Don't Tell got him discharged. Don't Ask, Don't Tell is frequently abused. And like you said, if the straight soldiers know who the gay soldiers are, don't you think it makes sense to remove their ability to use that against them? Just a thought. But even if Don't Ask, Don't Tell wasn't frequently abused, it still isn't the equivalent of mind your own business. Don't Ask, Don't Tell doesn't say don't talk about your sexuality. It says don't talk about your homosexuality. It is completely unreasonable to expect soldiers in the military to never talk about sex and relationships. Ever. To any of the friends that they've made while they're serving. I mean, what do you expect? Alright everyone, we have a new rule here in the military. Whenever we're talking about our spouses, I don't want to hear any gendered pronouns. From now on, you will refer to your spouses as it. For instance, I find my spouse incredibly attractive, and when I get home, I'd like to have sex with it. That's completely insane. Straight soldiers can and do talk about their relationships and their sex lives, and no one's saying, hey, stop that, it's unprofessional. Why would you want to tell me about that?
My only question is, my only confusion is, why you would want to tell me who you're going home to sleep with. I mean, it's don't ask, don't tell. It's the equivalent of mind your freaking business. How can you have a problem with that? I mean, I've never seen anybody fight to give up their right to say, mind your freaking business.
Gay soldiers can't talk about that aspect of their lives, and it is discouraged on threat of being fired. So that's why so many people have a problem with Don't Ask, Don't Tell. It isn't the equivalent of mind your own business. It is a policy that unfairly discriminates against gay people, and it is frequently abused.
What's next? What's next? What's next?
Oh, fuck off. I'm so upset. You're full of shit. Now, naturally, I'm sure you're all aware that I'm aware that Drinking with Bob will probably never see this, and even if he does, he won't respond or care, because he's fucking insane. Hopefully, however, a relatively sane person will see this, and will realise that Don't Ask, Don't Tell is entirely ridiculous. And Bob, please calm down. You're embarrassing yourself. You utter fucking moron. Bye everyone!